Lesson 11.5, Volume of Pyramids and Cones. So in this lesson, you'll be able to find volume of pyramids and cones. The volume of a pyramid is 1/3 the product of the area of the base and the height of a pyramid. So it is 1/3 of a prism if the base and the height are the same. So 3 pyramids make a prism. Okay, let's see. Let's try this. So a sport arena shaped like a pyramid has a base area, so that's the capital B, about 300,000 feet squared. And the height, 321 feet. What is the approximate volume of the arena? So we know volume of a pyramid is 1/3 base times height. So it is 1/3. They gave us the base. The base is 300,000. And the height is 321. So this is a nice easy question because they gave you the base. You didn't have to find the area of the base. Usually you will have to find area of the base. It's not just going to be given to you. So once you multiply this out, because if you see this, this will become 1. You will get a really big number. 32,100,000. And again, it is volume because this was feet squared. This is feet. So feet squared times feet, it's feet cubed. Because you're stuffing something inside something. So it is cubed, not square. All right, let's try the next one. The pyramid, it's a square pyramid. So the bottom is square. Just going to draw it roughly. The edges are 40. And the slant height is 25. So again, volume equals 1/3 base times height. So we know 1/3 base is a square, so that is 40 times 40. And the height. So again, if you see the pyramid, we need the height of the pyramid, not the slant height. So look at the right angle we know. The slant height, which we used in surface area, we do not need that for this. We need the height. And knowing this, again, if we're making a right triangle, we're just going to use half of 40, which is 20. So we will need to use Pythagorean theorem to find the height. So we know that that's 20 square plus height square equals 25 square. So when we do the math, we get height square equals 225. And square root of 225 is 15. So our height is 15. Again, whenever you're given the slant height, while we needed the slant height for surface area, for volume, we need the height, not the slant height. So when you multiply all this out, you should get 8,000 feet squared. All right, let's try B because it is very similar. Same thing in B. You have a square pyramid with 24, 24, 24, 24 are your edges. And again, this time you are given the slant height, which is 13. It did not give you the height, it gave you the slant height. So again, we know volume equals 1/3 base times height. Just going to draw my triangle again. I do not need the slant height. I need the height. So the slant height is 13. If the whole line is 24, I'm just going to need that half of it, which is 12 to make the right triangle. And that's the height. So 12 square plus height square equals 13 square. So height square 169 minus 144 is 25. And I get height is equal to 5. So again, same thing, 1/3. The area of the base, it's a square. So the way you find the area of a square is 24 times 24. And then the height of the figure is 5. And when you multiply it all out, you get 960 meter cubed. Oh, whoops, I wrote a square here. It should be cubed. It's volume, it's cubed, right? Because if you think about it, this is feet, that's feet, that's feet. So how many feet do you have? You have 3 dimension. All right. Let's try the next one. So it's a triangular pyramid. So volume, it's still the same, 1/3 base times height. The base this time is a triangle. So let's just remember the formula for a triangle is 1/2 base times height. And this is the height of the figure. So don't get confused. This is height of the triangle. And this is height of the figure. These two h's are completely different. So 1/3. So let's do 1/2. So if you see the triangle in the bottom, that's 24, that's 10. So the base of the triangle is 24, the height of the triangle is 10, and then the height of the figure, again, height of the figure, not slant height, height of the figure, it has to be perpendicular, is 12. Again, we need to multiply it out. So if you multiply this, that will give you 12. Half of 24 is 12. 12 times 10 is 120. 1/3 and 12. And I'm going to multiply it out, and I get 480 centimeter cubed. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift. So we are going to move on to cone. So cone is the same thing. A cone is 1/3 of a cylinder. Again, 3 cones make a cylinder if the base and the height are the same. So it is 1/3. The base of a circle is pi r squared and h. So let's try this. So volume equals 1/3 base of a circle, which is pi r squared, h. And it wants the nearest whole number. So it does not want you to leave it on pi. So 1/3, pi is pi, radius is 3, and height is 7. Again, remember, not the slant height, just the height. When you type this into the calculator, you're rounding, so it's approximately 85 centimeter cubed. All right. So again, height is always the one that's labeled, and that is perpendicular. So again, let's try this next one. 1/3 pi r squared h. 1/3 pi, radius is 6, so 6 squared. Height, it tells you, is 12. Again, you're going to multiply it out in a calculator, and you should get 552 meters cubed. All right, let's try more of these. So same thing, nearest whole number. So you guys should be an expert by now. So 1/3 pi r squared h, because base, this is base, times height. 1/3 pi, the radius, the diameter is 30, so the radius is 15 square. Height, again, they give you is 25. Again, it's the height, not the slant height. And this will be approximately 5,890 feet cubed. All right. I think we get the idea. I think I'm going to skip this one for now. Let's try this word problem. So a small child's teepee is 6 feet high with the base diameter of 7 feet. So what is the volume? So it's a teepee. So teepee looks like a cone, right? That's 7. And it's 6 feet high. So we're finding the volume to the nearest cube. Again, it is a cone. Pi r squared h. 1/3 pi. Radius seems like the diameter is 7. Radius is 3.5. Whoops. Point. Square. And height is 6. It's asking us to round to the nearest foot. So when I type this in, I get 77 feet cubed. All right. This is all for the lesson today. Enjoy.